All right, welcome back, Mr. PLs with Geometry. This is day 6 of Unit 1, Topic 2, Part 2. First, we're going to start with the order of rotational symmetry, which we've covered in the last couple of videos for warm-ups. This would be 2, because if you turn it, it's going to be rotating on itself twice. This would rotate on itself 3 times. And this one, if you look really closely, you'll see rectangles and circles, and therefore there's 4 rectangles, and therefore it only has an order of rotational symmetry of 4 when you look really closely. So this lesson is also about being able to write a rule. This is writing a rule for for a series of transformations. Sorry. So if we plot these points right here on the graph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got negative 1, 2, and we've got negative 3, 0. So plot these points, and we're going to have ourselves what looks like it's going to be a quadrilateral, or it looks like a parallelogram, should I say. And then it's going to turn into these points. So 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, clearly what you can see is that the x's are changing to the opposite. 2, 8 will be right here, 1, 2 will be here, and 3, 0. Now, after I draw it, you can clearly now see that this is a reflection over, this is reflect over y-axis. Now, when you look at the points or the coordinates, you'll see that xy are turning into opposite xy, meaning the x turned into the opposite. So a negative turned into a positive for all of these. They turn into positives. Then we go to 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me change color so it stands out. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be here. 0, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be here. Negative 1, 0, and 1, negative 2. 1, 2. All right, so now if we're going to compare the red to the purple, it looks like they've all slid 2 left and 2 down. 2 left, 2 down, 2 left, 2 down. So, which means, so these are translate 2 left and 2 down. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 away from this valued x and 2 away from this y, making opposite x minus 2 for left 2 and y minus 2 for down 2. And there you go. We have a rule. What this is a rule that would carry the black figure onto the purple figure in 1 step. So essentially, I have bypassed this intermediate and gone straight from the black to the purple, which is the objective for this lesson. So I'm going to do one more. And we have 1, 1, 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same height. And then 5, 1. Now, clearly this is going to look like a rectangle. And then it's going to go to negative 1, negative 1. Sorry, I did the wrong one. So that's going to be here. Didn't erase. Negative 1, negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 6, and negative 5, negative 1. Now, when you look at the pink into the orange, it looks like it has rotated 180 degrees, which means that both the x and the y's changed to the opposite. So 1 became negative 1, this one also became negative 1. This 1 became negative 1, this 6 became negative 6. So that's a 100-degree rotation. Then we're going to end up, let me change colors again. So 1, negative 1, 1, negative 6, 5, negative 6, and 5, negative 1. So it looks like now orange is going to turn into red by reflecting over the y-axis. Now, when you reflect over the y-axis, the x changes to the opposite. So x, which is now negative, becomes a positive. And there you go. Now, how can we turn red back into pink? We could just simply reflect it over the x-axis, which is literally what the rule is. If we wanted to turn pink into red without doing orange, we could just reflect it over the x-axis, and that's the rule that we ended up with. So pretty neat little trick. So we're able to go from the first image to the final image by just doing one transformation. So this is kind of the exact same steps, basically, but they give us the figures instead of giving us the points. Figure 1's been reflected over, so it's got X, Y. All right, pen's not working. Let me change colors. All right, there we go. So X, Y, reflected over the Y-axis first, so that means the X changes to the opposite. And then it reflects over the Y-axis, which means the over the X-axis, which means the Y changes to the opposite. And how can we go from this figure to this figure? Okay, so, oh, you know what? I didn't look close enough. Here I am trying to speed through this, and I messed up. So hopefully you're watching this video and you see the mistake here. That is not a reflection. I'm sorry. This is a reflection over the Y-axis first. First step is correct. But this is actually a rotation. So that's a rotation, which means the X and the Y's have to switch. And in this case, since we're going counterclockwise, it's the first one that has to change into the opposite. So negative Y, negative X is actually the rule for reflecting over Y equals negative X. That's a reflection. Now, this is the rule to go from first to third figure, bypassing that second figure. So, and this happens to be the exact same rule, like I said, of Y equals negative X. So that will be the other way of doing it in one step. All right, this is clearly a slide to the right. So this is XY turns into X plus. Now it's not plus 3. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's X plus 8. It stays the same height. And then you reflect over the Y-axis. I'm sorry, X-axis. So the Y changes to the opposites. And it looks like this is our final answer. All right, I'm going to stop it right there because I think we've covered this this concept pretty well. Please give it a like in the this video, like if I helped you understand how to do multiple transformations or how to write the rule for multiple transformations, and have a wonderful day.